Play with me. Pause. Maresca, if you don't start Estevao on a consistent, frequent basis, we're going to fight. Yes, it's a threat. Yes. I'm losing my will to live. I'm losing my rag. You are starving us for no reason. Every game you make us wait. Every game you make us suffer for no reason. This kid is the truth. This kid is the realness. He is the one, the only one I want to see on a match day. You need to start starting him. There's no more excuses. I don't want to hear about running. I don't want to hear about tracking back. I want to see quality because the kid is ready. I tried to make the excuses too. I was there in your shoes. I said, oh, he's from a different continent. He doesn't understand the language, the culture change, the shock, all sorts of things. The system, the league, the physicalities. No, just play the kid. The kid's ready. If you don't play the kid, we have a problem. Big problem, yeah? It's not a threat, but it is. So play the kid. Play the kid. Ladies and gentlemen, Estevao Willian, what an individual. What a player. We will be speaking on him at length, along with two other individuals that made this what it was. Chelsea 3, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. That was, from three individuals in particular, exactly what the doctor ordered. Yeah? There was others that got goals, got tap-ins, ate from the plates that were provided by the chefs, and the chefs are the ones that cooked. The chefs are the ones that need to be worshipped and praised. I am not going to completely forget the hard graft and work that was done by the providers because some people ate. No, I'm not going to do that. So, I watched the game, you watched the game. The guys that got the goals, I hope they're confidence boosters. But in terms of actual performance, that is what we're here to discuss in this Enzo Fernandez, Alejandro Garnacho, and Estevao Willian. 3 South Americans, 3 top performances. Now, when that starting 11 went out, of course, everybody's looking at that wing pairing and thinking, where is Estevao Willian again? Because the kid, every time he comes in, he shows why he should be starting from the off, and he did so again today. So everybody is vindicated. However, we'll leave him until the second half because the first half, I have to say, when you play that winger pairing, I said it many a week ago and I'll say it again, you get that square button pressed, low, high, driven, but it is going to get pressed persistently. And it is Alejandro Garnacho, and it's Pedro Neto. And I tell you something, when I'm talking about crossing, I'm expecting the latter to be the one that crosses the ball on a consistent quality, and the other one is a hit and miss. No, today it was completely opposite. Garnacho's crossing was fantastic. It was accurate. It was delicate. It was poised. It had meaning and purpose behind it. He was looking for someone. He was looking for certain individuals. I can't say the same for Pedro Neto on the other flank. He was stinking. He was honking. It was a whiff. Yeah? It was a real whiff. It was one of them whiffs where you cross the road. It was one of them whiffs where you move seats, carriages even. It was one of them whiffs where your nostrils flare, where your nostril hairs stand up. So you may get that goal, sir, but I need the performance to be a million times better because I do not regret saying I wanted you hooked at halftime just because you got that tap in and did that. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for us. But don't lose touch with reality because you were not good today, right? So don't close your earlobes, open them and listen. Listen. Awareness. Garnacho, Enzo Fernandez, first half. The defense, untouched, not tainted. Easy day. Easy day. Enzo Fernandez's passing today, fantastic. This is the level of passing we need on a weekly basis. This is the level and the standard that I hold him to in terms of influence on the football. This felt like Graham Potter back in the old days where he was playing in the deeper parts of midfield, springing and spraying those long balls all across Mandem's faces. Pause. It was, and I say that because the balls were literally just going past Mandem's faces and they couldn't quite get there to stop the ball from going, you get what I mean. they couldn't block the pass. It was great passing. He set up Garnacho. He put it on a plate. It's the only thing Garnacho did wrong all day was not put that ball in the back of the net when Enzo Fernandez clipped it over the top and left everybody for dead. He was playing these fantastic blind spot passes that I couldn't even see on the TV screen. Maybe in the West Stand or the East Stand, you could see it. But me, as a blind bat, I couldn't see nothing. I just saw the ball leave his foot and the camera would slowly make its way to the receiver. And then there it was, perfectly weighted, perfectly poised, perfectly placed, perfectly Enzo Fernandez. It was beautiful. The passing was exceptional today. And not only was the passing exceptional, not only was he involved in every single move, every single action, every single attack, he almost could have got a brace. He had a shot that was tipped over the bar from a free kick. He had another shot that was hit into the ground that was tipped over the bar, again, going for the top corner again. Corner, nearly in swinging, nearly, went in, cleared off the line. Another header that was blocked. Well, he kind of blocked it himself from Cucurella's shot, just went wide the post. He was just involved in everything. He took responsibility today. This is what I ask of you as what you've cost, for what you could be, for what I see you to do in the future. You have to be sometimes the main man in midfield, where I'm saying, yes, Enzo Fernandez today was more influential than Caicedo. Yes, Enzo Fernandez today is my man to match. Yes, Enzo Fernandez today took responsibility off Caicedo and let Caicedo have more of a relaxed, chill day because he is more defensive. He is the guy that's meant to do the mopping up, the sweeping up. But when we're coming up against a low block, we're coming up against a team that is defensive and is rigid and is compact, I need you to create chances in open play. And he did. He brought variation, versatility, variety to the chance creation. Because outside of Enzo Fernandez, it was just cross and inshallah. And it's not, I've said it before with the square button. Crossing, inshallah. Now, like I said, Garnacho, fantastic crossing. Fantastic weight on the crosses. Fantastic accuracy on the crosses. If people were more aware, Delap. If people were anticipating, João Pedro. If people were involved and awake, they would be heading these crosses into the back of the net, or at least getting on the end of them and creating more shot-stopping moments for the opposition goalkeeper, but they wasn't. So Garnacho was incredibly unlucky not to have an assist before the assist, but he left with 2 assists, and Gusto was awake. He was alive. He did head the ball into the back of the net, and Alejandro Garnacho got what he deserved today with a fantastic cross and 1-0 to Chelsea. So like I said, the 2 Argentines, for me, are the only 2 that can really vie for the Man of the Match award today. They were superb in the first half. They were the 2 creative outlets, the 2 players that were actually trying to make things happen. The rest of the attack, stale, null and void, dry, malnourished, lacking seasoning, lacking flavors, lacking sauces, lacking. So improve. Even though 2 of you, Pedro and Neto, and Pedro Neto, you both got a goal each, but you weren't good. I'm not going to sit here and lie. You weren't good. I don't care what your SofaScore rating says. I don't care that you managed to get 2 tap-ins for yourselves. Go and hug those people that assisted you, Estevao and Garnacho, because those 2 people literally saved your matches with those assists. They made your life look good because it wasn't. So yeah, first half, very frustrating for some attackers, very good for others. Very comfortable defensively, didn't have any issues. Superman Sanchez punching the ball out of the box, doing all sorts. No issues, no qualms, no questionnaires, no queries. Very happy, right? So we're 1-0. Now, I want us to kick on. I want us to do more because, yeah, we're going in 0-0. We go 1-0 up second half, but I need more. I'm crying out for Estevao to come on. Neto's stinking up the place. I'm crying out for Estevao to come on. He doesn't come on at halftime, whatever. Neto did get a little kick up the arse maybe because he was starting to spark into gear. But again, the quality's not really there. When Estevao comes onto this pitch at 1-0 in the second half, we're about 60, maybe 65 minutes in, this kid is the truth. This kid is the realness. This kid is ready to play from the start. I could sit here and pretend to care that the development plan says that we have to bring him on off the bench and slowly, incrementally bring him through to the team sheet. I don't have the energy to talk about that. I need to see this kid as a fan, from a fan perspective. I don't care what's going on anymore. I need to see this kid from the start. He is too good not to be playing from the get-go. Every time he steps onto this pitch, he adds variation in the chance creation, dribbling, nutmegging, passing, crossing, cutbacks, shooting, drifting. We say, oh, the system, Estevao, the system. Oh, with the wingers, they can't move. They're so rigid. Why? They stay on the touchline. They can't crash the box. Maresca doesn't allow the wingers to get into a good box crashing and goal scoring positions. They're too far away. Why does that never apply when Estevao's on the pitch? When Estevao comes onto the pitch, he just does whatever he wants. Maybe he doesn't understand Maresca. Maybe there's a communication issue. Maybe the language is barriers. I don't understand. Because when this guy comes on, he just floats wherever he wants. He just picks it up on the left, cut back, picks it up on the right, jinky majinky, cross into João Pedro, tap in, assist within 2 minutes of being on. Shots, this, that, and the third. Every game is the same outcome. This guy is so damn good. He's so good. And I need him to start against Barcelona and Arsenal and Burnley. Because if he doesn't, I zoomed in for a reason on the camera at the start. I will find you, Maresca. I need him to start. He's too good. I am literally dragging my skin out of my scalp. I am literally pulling my hair out of my scalp. I am literally losing the will to live before he comes on because we're so predictable. Cross and inshallah, cross and inshallah, cross and inshallah. And of course, for all the good crossing from Garnacho and all the poor crossing from Neto, no one's in the box really anticipating, understanding, and heading. So as much as we're trying to put the ball in the box, there has to be other ways to get past low blocks. There has to be other ways. And really, when it all comes down to it, there's two ways. It's either the set pieces and the heading ability in open play, which is basically the same thing, or it's gotta be the quality on the ball. The skill, the movement, the footballing IQ, the variety in your attributes to do things from an attacking perspective that others cannot. And I'm afraid others are not capable of doing what Estevao does. When he comes on, he's nutmegging and he's making the fluidity much more seamless and scenic with gusto on that right-hand side to the interchanging and the back and forths. It's just like watching a whole different sport when this brother steps onto the pitch. And I'm tired. I am physically tired and drained of watching anything other than him on that right-hand side. So for me, that side is locked. That side is settled. That side is we're done talking about it. He's the best winger. He needs to be starting. And whatever happens on the left, stays on the left. What happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas. Consider the left wing Vegas. But the right wing, that's home. That's home. Yeah? And I'm putting my slippers on. I'm home. That's my side. That's my side of the pitch. Yeah, I love this kid. He's brilliant. He's absolutely fantastic. So like I said, creates a chance, creates a goal immediately. João Pedro gets his tap in. And then on the counter-attack, on the break, Garnacho again, brilliant running power, burst past players, and sets it up for Neto on the tap in. Like I said, Neto does his celebration. They both sit together on the banister together. Listen, it's all beautiful, Neto, but at the end of the day, Buckaroo, if you don't buck your ideas up, tap in or no tap in, your ass ain't going to be here next summer. Because Quenda has got that playmaking, passing ability that you don't. And I'm sure he's going to end up being a more well-rounded profile than whatever the hell you're producing in the 90 minutes. So you can get the tap in, and you can put your fingers in your ears, and you better check them for earwax, because that's a bit uncleanly. But let me make it abundantly, emphatically clear. There is no agenda. There is no, oh, he doesn't like him, and I'm looking out for you, brother. I'm telling you the truth from a loving place, family member. I'm trying to look out for you. I'm trying to tell you the real. You don't want to believe me? That's your business. But if your ass is on the shopping list, that's not my business either. You know what I'm saying? If you're on the transfer list in the summer and people are shopping around and fees are flying about, don't say I didn't warn you. If you think these performances can continue, not only is your ass getting benched by Estevao, your ass is finding yourself at another club next summer because there are other wingers and there are other, I don't even need to explain this. We are just a very heavy transfer in and out football club. So you know what it is. I don't need to explain it to you. You can listen or you cannot listen. It's up to you. I prefer if you listen. I prefer if you improve. I prefer if you play well. But your performance today was shambolic. Shambolic. And the goal's not going to cover that up. So yeah, João Pedro needs to do more, more influential. Delap needs to do more influential. Gue comes on, huffs and puffs, puts the work in. 3-0, second in the league, 6 points behind Arsenal. Keep winning up until that game, which is Burnley and then Arsenal on the 30th. You need to be at minimum striking distance, which means 6 points. You can make it 3 or you can let it go to 9 points. That is entirely up to whatever kind of performance you can put out there. We play well against top teams. We tactically set up well. I'm looking forward to it as long as we are within 6 points. Do not let it get more than 6 points again before that game. You've got one game. It's not a difficult task. Just go to Burnley and win. Whatever happens in their game, whatever. But make sure you're going up against Arsenal at Stamford Bridge within 6 points. Striking distance, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I pray for Estevao to play. If not, Maresca, we will find you. Guys, smash up all the icons. Let me know what you think of the performance and the result. Fantastic 3-0 win. Great weekend. People dropping points. Tottenham, Man United, Arsenal. Can't ask for much more. And really well and truly, Man City and Liverpool could also drop points tomorrow as well. So then we would be the only Big Six team to win this weekend. That does not happen very often. So enjoy it and take it in because you've got a whole international break to love that. Love that. Yeah? And don't let it go because, boy, it's been a rough few weeks. We're bipolar for a reason. And I'm not even really bothered about being bipolar anymore because these man, they make me bipolar. They do it on purpose. Yeah? So really, I don't feel bad. I don't think you should too either. I don't think, no one should feel bad about this. Just take it. Just own it. We're bipolar, and that's how we're going to have to be until these men start to straighten up. They're not shit, and they're not brilliant. They're somewhere in between, and they're constantly fluctuating. Clean sheet, concede. Clean sheet, concede, 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 clean sheet. Goals, 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 but poor attacking play, predictability, and weird performances. Brilliant. That's really easy to map out my feelings. Thank you. Guys, chat to you soon. Love.